Alright, hello fellas! This is not gonna be my usual video that I make, but I am going to assist people with this for people that own this specific software, which is Filmora. And they did come out with a update. It's a paid update. For anyone that had Filmora 12, they can get Filmora 13. That's a new update that we're going to talk about here. For 63% off, if I'm correct, which is quite a deal in my opinion. So, and they added like a ton of new features, so I'll get right into that in just a second. The first one that we're going to be talking about is the new keyframe panel. So if we grab our title right here, it's gonna show. That's weird. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this Spookfest cinematic and bring it over here to this section. So first, obviously, what we should do is get to the keyframe area, or just basic movement. So if we do that, now we have access to just like this. Usually if you use Filmora, I believe 11 through now, which is 13, you probably could have seen this exact one. And I can see they added new features about a background blur, drop shadows, a lot of new features that I didn't even see yet. And basically what we're gonna do is bring this one to this, bring this one to this side without letting it be choppy. So basically you're just gonna go and it will stop eventually to right there, but it's not going to be a smooth stop, it's going to be a hard stop. First you got to pull up the keyframe panel, which is right next to the OK button, and you're going to see this. So this is actually very useful, and if you want to get like just a simple smooth transition, like nothing like special, click the middle of this line so you can select both. And then I believe like you can click all these right here, like if you just want like a straight ease, that's fine. A freeze frame, ease in, ease out, curve, and continuous curve. Basically what the continuous curve does is basically what you think it does, and if we press play, it's gonna go off smoothly and end at the end smoothly. So that would be very useful for a lot of, small video things, like a title coming on from the end of the screen or the very top of the screen. I don't know. You can put it anywhere. Now let's move to a different subject, which I just noticed about. AI image. So basically, you can type whatever you want, like freestyle, like, oh, you can change the aspect ratio. That's nice. I have a bunch of tokens, and let's see if we can get. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type a stylish concept car in the middle of a sunset by the by the frozen Alps. So we do start creating, and as you can see, it's actually pretty good. This car does remind me of like a Nissan concept, but as you can see, the AI image is phenomenal with its quality. As you can see, I see barely any flaws. The only flaws that I truly see is the rims not being exactly the same size, but like, who cares about that? Apparently you can't scale it up, but let's see what we can do with the background blur. Oh, I believe if you scale it down and put it in the middle, yeah. That's actually pretty cool. So you can change the level of blur from, like, you could just make the background exactly normal. You could do max blur, so it just looks like a multicolored gradient. Or you could do a little bit so you can get just a blur, but still you know what the background is. That's really nice. So if we go to direction blur, then it's going to smear it a little bit. Grainy blur, which is kind of like an art style. Color blur, which is, I mean, about what you say. Like, it looks like it just increases the brightness, or just messes with the color grading, I guess. Or you can do radial blur, which is the one that I found out earlier. Basically, it just looks like you're going Mach 3 in a Prius. If we go to basic blur, I really like the basic blur, as you can see. Very nice, very simple. And it'll probably add some production value to your video. So if we go back and head to Auto Enhance, that's a new one. I'm guessing what it does is make the video a little bit grainy. Like, kind of like Opera's RGX feature, I guess. I don't see the hype about it that much, but overall it's still a neat feature to have if you want to have that, like, drawn anime look, I guess. But now let's go to Drop Shadow. Basically says, you can see me moving the direction, we have the drop shadow being shown, you can make it not blur, or very slight blur. You can change the opacity too, which I like. Or you could do max blur, which just looks like an odd gradient, but I prefer roughly around 20% to 7. 20% to 7%. That's obviously my suggestion, but you don't have to do that. So distance, basically kind of like the same thing, but a little bit softer, as you can see. I mean, it says it right there. Tiled, what does tiled do? Roughly the same as the default, but I could see some differences. And projection. Oh, wait, no, these are just presets. I'm dumb. Yeah. As you can see, these are just presets. I acted dumb for like 2 seconds, and oh, I just noticed this. You can change the angle of it. So if you want the light to beam down on the bottom, you could do that. Or at a top angle, bottom angle. Whatever to your liking, I don't really mind. AI music, basically what you think it does. You can generate your own music, which is actually pretty cool. So if we do, let's do chill, music duration, generated music count. Let's do 4 just to see what that would look like. Start, generated results. So I didn't know that Filmora made a, like a music generation thing. Alright, what is this? What does this sound like? That's actually pretty good. Alright, that's actually pretty nice. I actually might use that for the video. So I'm going to download that. Let's see what the other ones sound like. Huh. This is that has a very odd theme of music, but okay. AI close AI music generator. Close generated. Yeah, I'm guessing that should be right there.